this week?
Starting with this week, and we're started. How we doing, fellers?
Good.
Good.
Oh, not so bad.
Bye weeks behind us. We've got Arkansas
I-
looking ahead of us.
Our Kansas stand.
Y'all ever heard anybody say Arkansas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
When I
always
was
a
in
joke.
fifth grade, there was this kid. God, his name was Craig, and we were like doing that thing where you go around reading, and he literally said Arkansas, and I'll never forget. Like, I was sitting kind of off in the side, and he was back there, and when he said that, I just like turned and looked at him. It was life-changing experience. But yes, Arkansas, Saturday night. What was it, 7 o'clock, 7:30?
And
7:30.
Got that A
Another-
crew again.
Oh my God, I'm already sick of it.
I'm not.
Wait, is it?
love it. I love it.
Yeah, we're gonna adopt Ben before we know it.
Maybe Ben is like coaching Smokies and give him some courage to run through the tee.
I don't know.
Are you guys nervous about Arkansas at all?
I'm not.
Hell yeah.
No.
I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be, but I'm not.
What is it about this year's Arkansas team that scares you, Chris?
I've watched every single one of their games, and when they're clicking, they are pretty potent. And they have a mobile quarterback who is as electric as he is problematic. He's mercurial, I guess the word might be.
Can you define mercurial?
He is hot and cold. He
Yes,
is
sir.
all over the place. And he can burn us with his legs. He can burn us with his arm, but he could just as easily throw it straight to our worst defender. He could just as easily drop it on the snap. But he has all the physical tools of quarterbacks in the past that have scared me to
That's-
death.
In the past. Key
Yeah.
phrase there.
And I don't think that we have. I think it's the best offensive team that we've played so far.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
I don't think we have seen anything like what Arkansas is going to bring to us.
17 points last week.
They did.
That's at Kyle Field, though. That was at Arkansas, right?
Gary's
Yeah.
World.
That was
that's
Jerry's
in
bro.
Arlington. They
Oh.
literally never win that game, and it's always close. It's a weird one. It's a weird enough one to where you can almost take it out of the literature.
Slobber knocker.
Now, just a question for Chris, since you're the most nervous of the group. Does us wearing orange helmets make you more nervous?
That's not confirmed. Is it?
Absolutely. If we do that, I'm terrified.
Why are we doing this?
Would be just a catastrophic decision. May not end up altering the result. I still think we're going to win. I think that there's going to be a lot more tense moments in this game than there have been so far this season. I still believe in our defense. I still think that, they're not bad defensively, but I think that this is probably a Nico come out party kind of game.
I think watching some of those Sam Pittman press conference videos, like, I feel like he knows they've already lost. That kind of helped my confidence. Like, he was like, ooh.
That's
It's a Lou Holt.
Yeah.
It's Lou Holtz, Vince Dooley, talking like they're playing the Green Bay Packers every week.
So I should be scared. Ugh.
Not scared, but
I think when we opened as a 2-point or a 2-touchdown favorite on the road, I was like, okay, we got this. We're good.
Yeah.
my hesitation was, well, why isn't it more?
Well, we're on the road, and
Yeah.
We're on the road, and Heupel's right. They're like 2 or 3 plays from being undefeated.
oh,
All right, Butch Jones.
It's
All right, Butch Jones.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, a missed field goal with Oklahoma State. Now, Oklahoma State's got a bad defense. They haven't played the counterpoint to all this is that Arkansas has not played anything remotely approaching our defense. A&M's was the best, so take that as you will. But we have also still not seen anything quite like Arkansas, what they can do when they're working on offense. I mean, do you remember that half? Oklahoma State, they're just
Is
hammered.
Oklahoma State good,
Hammered.
though? I mean,
No.
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 They're not terrible, and their defense seems
It's
to
the
not
same
be.
Oklahoma State that there is every year. They're going to falter, and then they're going to somehow finish in the top 15, right on the edge of the top 10. Like every single year, that's what Oklahoma State does.
Yeah, they're like NC State. They at the
I
end.
think
Is this
they're-
team better than Oklahoma? Is Arkansas better than Oklahoma? I think no.
On the whole, no.
No.
I would say this for me. I think that we actually need to be in a fourth quarter. I don't think we're going to be in a fourth quarter game. I think it's like, but I'm getting a little worried that we're like, someone brought it up on a thing I was listening to earlier that was like, Tennessee really hasn't struggled at all this year. Like, yeah, I know, but I mean, at like what point? I don't want our first like tense moment in the fourth quarter to be against Bama.
why?
I just want us to have some sort of. I want Nico to have some sort of reps
I'm
against
so
like
glad it's not me this week.
against pressure. You know, I don't know. That's just me.
Caleb,
I don't think it's going to happen this week. By the way, I think we're going to win by 20 plus.
I just don't understand the logic there, but
we'll say more.
I do not want to play a
I
close
think
game.
Kyle,
I want
Kyle's like most of us. We know that we're going to have those close games, and
Yeah.
Nope.
we know that these commentators are going to be like, they're not been tested. Do they know how to win these games? All the narratives, and
we'll
a game like that, okay, that gives you a little confidence. But
we'll take the test when we get there. It's not time to take the close game test yet.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want the narrative coming out of this week to be, well, the Vols gutted out a close one against Arkansas, so they're probably not as good as we think. I want the narrative to be, wow, they won by 3 touchdowns. They're for real.
Well, of course.
Well, here's the thing. I think we could win by 40 points, and then people are still going to say, well, they're not going to play anybody until Bama. Like,
Fine.
I think we could win by 60, and they're like, well, it's just Arkansas.
We don't make the schedule.
I
You just
really
gotta keep
do
winning.
think
That's all that matters.
we're gonna end up beating Bama, and they're like, well, just wait till they play Georgia.
Fine.
that is a thing that is starting to potentially worry me a little bit. Is the goalposts are constantly being moved, and if we're 10-2 at the end of the year, and we're in a group of 10-2s, and we're posting up Oklahoma and NC State as our best wins. Ugh.
Okay, but we're going to be fine. If we go 10-2, we're getting in. I will guarantee it.
Very easy to say. I want to agree with you.
What
do
team
agree.
is getting in over us if we're 10-2?
Don't know.
What teams are 10-2?
Well, if it's us and Ole Miss, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But we're getting in over Ole Miss because our losses will be way better than theirs.
Are we getting in over
Oh, why are you talking
and-
like we have losses?
11-1 Missouri at 10-2?
There's
We
room.
better. Sorry.
Missouri's not going 11-1. They're losing this week.
Oh.
We really need to put up some emphatic, can't deny it kind of performances.
That's what I'm ready for. I'm tired of this. Oh, Nico, 5-star recruit. Oh, #1, blah, blah, blah. What a great prospect. Show me. I don't care about the first half of
We
Tennessee
my
lead
thing on
the
that.
Chattanooga.
nation in scoring. We lead the nation in scoring.
Yes.
What? I don't.
I'm getting
Says
tired.
who?
Nick, what Christian said about this, what Christian said about the narrative, I'm getting tired of the whole like Nico needs to play better narrative. Yeah, there's some things he needs to improve upon, but he's played pretty dang good, and like he's done enough to win games at Oklahoma and like at NC State. Yeah, did he need? He's not been football Jesus, but he's like done amazing. Like
Yeah, and that's the most
he's done
Tennessee
great.
thing ever. We get this generational quarterback, and he's just
man.
good enough.
And he's just
good enough.
leading the
He's
nation
not
in
great.
scoring and getting pulled at halftime of half the games.
I know, and I don't want.
I think we just expected every single Nico snap to be what he did versus Chattanooga, and that's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
Fair. I grant you that.
I don't know.
Chris-
Like I don't need those Nico games, but I want them. Like oh what?
Yeah, of course. I also want Nico to play amazing.
Oh, do you? You also don't want us to be tested.
I don't, but if Nico plays amazing, we won't be tested. So which is it, Matt?
So
No, Matt, I see your point, Matt. Like I'm just worried about being caught in this pack potentially at the end of the year with less than we think that we're going to have. Like we're conceiving of 10 wins. What those 10 wins look like is going to be kind of important because there's gonna be this pile up of your Notre Dames and Louisvilles and Clemsons and some big BYU and like there's just going to be a lot of them. And if we have a 14 point win over at Arkansas with a 10-point win at Oklahoma and a handful more in that vein, I'm afraid that we're not going to get the benefit of the doubt come the end, because the expectation is now very clearly playoff or bust.
Well, let's talk about that topic real quick. Is like, because I think let's really talk about who's in this pack at the end of the year. I don't think we'd be going against who you just said, like the Clemsons, the BYU's. The teams we have to get in over in that pack is going to be Missouri, A&M, and Ole Miss, and Tennessee. Those are the ones we have to beat out in like a similar record.
that's one thing I don't like about the playoff is this committee. I don't trust it. I don't like the basketball
Honestly,
committee. I'm tired of all the narratives that the committee this year was looking at this and they didn't really value this. Why can't it just be like one solid foundation of this is what we're looking for? Like I really don't like that.
Yeah.
We saw last year that undefeated conference champion wasn't enough.
This is true.
It was not enough. Now that's 4. And we've never literally lived through a 12-team playoff, so we don't know what the criteria is going to be. We have an idea, but we don't know.
The criteria is the same that it always has been in the playoff era. They're going to do their rankings, and then they pluck the teams. Like, that's how they're going to do it. It's the way they've been doing it.
Yes, but this is probably just pure
PTSD.
Imagination.
Something like that.
Battered ball syndrome.
I am afraid that Tennessee is not going to get the benefit of the doubt. I'm hearing it this week. We're being, in the same way they're talking about us being like amongst the elite of the elite this year, they're also going, hey, you got to worry about Arkansas.
They're also going, hey, Tennessee, aren't they suing the NCAA? Aren't they trying to change the whole fabric of how we do business here? Leave them out.
Okay, let's just take this as an example. 2022.
Okay.
We had an awful loss. We went 10-2. And what was our final playoff ranking? We were 6th. That would have been firmly in the playoff this year.
6th.
That would have a home game versus Penn State right now.
I don't know that there was that much of a log jam at the top that year. I don't remember it, but it was not going to be. There were not a whole bunch of 11-1 and 10-2 teams. Of the two conferences that are going to seriously get consideration here, and maybe three this year with the
I
big.
think we just have to worry about the other SEC, because I think what it's going to come down to is that they don't want to put 5 SEC teams in. So like we're going to be definitely deserving. Are we more deserving than Ole Miss, Missouri, A&M?
You got
And
to
I
be
think yes.
top 4 in top 4 in the SEC
Yeah.
and getting in.
All right.
We just got to take care of
This will be an ongoing conversation. You guys really think we're going to blow out Arkansas?
I hope
Chris,
so.
do you know who Arkansas' starting center is?
Aiden
Addison
Bustle?
Nichols?
I have
Addison Nichols. Who's Aiden Bustle?
Addison
Yes,
Nichols.
I think
Yeah.
we're going to blow out Arkansas.
And Danico Slaughter. Apparently, the guys haven't talked to him from the other side of the
They
ball.
said they would talk to him when they got there.
Well, I think that's nice.
That injury
Straight-
report that Kyle shared earlier, like, oof.
Lance Hurd's
Long
back.
out.
Lance
Yeah,
Glass
that's
off the team
And
because
John
he's not on.
Campbell.
Oh, okay, that's
To
good.
be honest, I've never heard of Montreal Bandy, though. No idea who that is. Get
So
well
that's
soon,
a
then.
no. It's a no from me.
Okay, Chris, you talked about how Arkansas's offense makes you nervous. I think their defense is so garbage that it's going to just mute out anything their offense does.
I think it's better than that.
No.
I saw a lot of in the backfield with a mobile quarterback last week in A&M. Do I think that they're going to be getting to Nico and Oklahoma levels? No, not by a long shot. Do I think their secondary is going to be press man on us and our guys are going to have trouble getting separation? Not really. But there is, I think that, I guess my larger point is I think that there's a wider lane, though still narrow, but a wider lane for Arkansas to win than Oklahoma had.
So basically, you just lined out Arkansas's path to victory is their quarterback has 700 yards of rushing and 10 touchdowns.
We get a couple of touchdowns taken back off the board for a holding penalty. We have a fumble in the red zone and don't immediately clean up on it like we did with Oklahoma, get the ball back. We miss a field goal or two. Turnover. Like now Arkansas is going to have to win the turnover battle. Like it's very, very, very conceivable to me that
I will
We
agree
could-
with you, Chris. If everything goes wrong, we might lose.
it's a scenario. Really play down, I think. But it's still, I think, the most difficult challenge we've faced so far. I'm curious to see if we're up to stuff. Like if we are as we are said to be, it should be literally no challenge. But I'm curious to see if we are. And just long running thing, Arkansas just scares me. At Arkansas is terrifying to me.
When's the last time
Oh,
we won at Arkansas?
2001.
This coming Saturday.
Hey.
Matt, what do you
Cedric-
think? Matt, what do you think? What's your
I
gut
was just
feeling?
looking up an old friend here, Cecil Cherry. Y'all remember him?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How could
How many good teams have we taken to Arkansas though? Like one.
Remember
we
that
lost.
year of the punt return? What year was that? 20.
God, the punt return. Was that like
2011.
Joe Adams or something?
Something like that.
please
Oh
stop
my
that? Stop.
gosh. Oh man.
That was the
Is that
I-
Arkansas? We got the that's the game where we got the funny Tennessee meme of the weird guy in the vest, the sweater vest.
I think that was Ole Miss.
That was Ole Miss.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was like after our fourth
What a-
turnover against Ole Miss.
Jesus, what an era!
I'm
God.
like I said earlier. I'm not scared. I think we're gonna win. I just want to win convincingly and with the pretty.
I thought you
score.
wanted a close game.
No, that was Kyle, and then you screamed, so I changed my mind silently. But yeah, I think we're gonna win. I'm not too worried about them.
I think.
I don't know. There's certain teams on our schedule I look at. I'm like, oh, that could be a little season killer. But yeah, I don't see this Arkansas team doing that.
You don't have any fear of the Heupel letdown game.
No,
that
we
we've
already had that in
experienced the
Oklahoma.
I think the Heupel letdown game would be somewhere else because I think what washes out Heupel's letdown game this week is Heupel is amazing off of a bye.
And he doesn't want the Arkansas job, so. It's true. That's a good point, though. When's our next bye before? Oh, Kentucky.
I think it's after Bama.
We did that
Is that right?
wrong. Yeah.
It's
After
we
Bama
don't
before
have,
Kentucky.
Yeah, we've only got 3 games this month
Giving
in
our
red
boys
October.
Halloween off.
Yeah, we're not getting a Halloween game this
All
year.
right.
That's
Anything
kind of
else about Arkansas? Are we ready for predictions and picks to clicks?
Oh crap!
Uh-oh.
Think about that.
Oh, didn't think about it, huh?
I've got mine.
Caleb's always thinking about the Vols. Kyle, you ready? What you got?
My pick to click is Nico, and he's gonna have 380 yards with 4 passing touchdowns.
And what's the score?
Score is 51 to 17.
Oh, I had 13. Thought you were going to say 13. All right, you said Nico with 380 and 4 touchdowns? Hold me to it. Who wants to go next?
All right, I guess I'll go. I don't have my pick to click thought of yet, but all right, I'm gonna go 44-20.
Tennessee?
Yeah. Pick to click. Who hasn't clicked this year? So
I don't know, but you're good at nailing them, so call somebody that hasn't.
I think I missed it pretty good against Oklahoma, but I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna keep going back in hopes that he will actually click. I'm gonna say Squirrel.
I like that.
Oof. What do you
I said
Kyle gave a stat line. What do you think Squirrel's stat line's going to be?
110 yards and a touchdown.
Boy, that's pretty clicking right there.
that's-
Chris, you want next or you want me?
I'm trying to think of what sound a squirrel makes, and I don't know.
Sounds like a chipmunk.
Yeah, it could be probably so.
Listeners will post some behind the scenes footage of what
Yeah.
what a chipmunk does. sound
Just
like.
wait for our BTS.
That was pretty astonishing. I'm going to say Tennessee 38, Arkansas 30. Pick to click is
Sam Pitt.
Razzle. Arkansas is going to throw the kitchen sink, Caddis. Razzle's going to have 120 yards and a touchdown.
Wow, you guys don't know what clicking is, do you?
Well,
What's your score, Chris?
38 to 30, Tennessee.
I interpret clicking as like not necessarily the best player, but like
The MVP, as it were.
MVP or like someone who hasn't clicked for yet.
All right, my score. I'm going 48 to 9. And my pick to click is going to be Lance Hurd. He's going to have 6 pancakes. Oh, no. My pick to click is.
Oh, I love that one. Cole Kublik have a field day
Might
with
get
it.
a tummy
I'm
ache.
calling it
after
now.
that.
I'm calling it now. Dylan Sampson's going to go for 7 yards.
Last Tennessee back to do that there, I believe, was Travis. That was
Who is also. What the hell is going on? What is going
I can't
on?
hardly hear you, Matt.
Yeah. There's like a plane go over.
Yeah. Go over or go into?
that our-
What the hell?
that our
That's our
equipment.
volunteers headed to Western North Carolina.
Yeah, get well soon,
We'll say that
volunteer
was-
equipment truck.
No kidding. That's another omen. Right in the heart of Little Rock.
Yeah,
Lost wheel.
sad. All right, any more Arkansas talk? Or are we moving on to college football?
I hope, Arkansas not going to win this one. But I really hope Sam's a way to get to 6.
I
I just-
hope Sam Pittman finds his way to get to Tennessee's O-line coach.
Yeah.
There you go.
To get back.
That's a lot. He was pretty charming this week, saying, "Oh, I went for my interview there. I looked at that stadium. And I said, ain't no way they're going to hire me here. Just a good dude. One you root for. Not this week. What we got coming up, Matt? Or what we all watched last week for the bye week?
There was some football game on, I think.
Kentucky, Ole Miss. Ole Miss stumbles.
Let's talk about
Fumbles
it.
and fumbles.
Imagine playing a schedule that easy and losing to Kentucky. You clowns.
Lane looked like he wanted to die.
Oh,
Like would have accepted death right then and there.
it's incredible.
Was it their homecoming too? Because everybody was super dressed up in the stands.
I don't know. All I know is they had a sip.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Shout out to who's the Lady Vol voice of Lady Balls? Brian.
No, do not
Like
shout
the
him out.
hairstyle?
Brian Rice.
Rice. He had a good tweet, like one good tweet in his
When
life.
He banned
Like,
Pat 40 from 99.1. Then Jimmy had him on like 2 days later. What was his tweet? Sorry.
it was something along the lines of if you're a school like Ole Miss and you allow your 4th year head coach to his little dumb recruiting slogan and you allow it to be painted in your end zone, you deserve to lose to Kentucky.
I mean, why do we have to keep doing this stupid stuff? Why do we have to have these cool uniforms and this cool music in the stadium if we're just paying the players? Just offer them money. Get rid of Sterl the
That's what the
Pearl.
money-
Thank goodness we did. Get rid of Come to the Sip. Get rid of orange helmets. We don't need that anymore. It's a different
That's actually
ballgame.
a pretty good point, Matt.
Thank you.
That's fantastic.
Thank
Yes.
you.
But it was just glorious watching that Ole Miss kicker knuckle field goal away from the upright. And the crowd shots were just
Yeah.
exquisite.
I love the fact that I heard that Ole Miss brought on their sideline a basketball goal with Kentucky's logo on it. For every time they scored a touchdown, they were going to dunk on the Kentucky basketball goal.
He scored
And
2
that's
touchdowns.
Bad as a trash can.
Could not do that.
Was it too tall?
No, just didn't win.
So funny.
Mark, I wonder if Mark Stoops has found like a new lease on life. Like, how liberating
I mean,
is it to?
imagine if they won that South Carolina game, we'd be sitting here like, thank God we got a bye week before Kentucky this week, like or this year.
Well, that's what the Kentucky fans are sure saying.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of this team now. Like, did that South Carolina game wake them up? I mean, what's going on with them?
I have literally never heard a player get on with the news, get a microphone in his face, and say, "Yeah, we really just honestly did not try to practice that week. We just weren't in it as a team." It's what one of the Kentucky guys said to the SEC network. Pure copium, I'm sure, but they're not the same team that was playing South Carolina.
Yeah.
For sure. Not close to it.
All right, what other games we talking about before we get to
Well,
the big one?
Mississippi State kept it pretty close with Texas.
Yeah.
That was pretty enjoyable for a while.
Yeah.
I was pretty like they have no reason to go there and keep it as respectable as they did.
Yeah. The fighting Brandon Walkers impressed me.
They were, yes. We I hope they don't continue
Did
to
they
impress this.
finally beat malaria?
I don't know what you're talking
What?
Nothing for that,
You
guys.
remember the Toledo game?
What?
Where
Say
Brandon
more.
Walker came out and said, "Oh yeah, got malaria now. Can't come
Oh.
to the show."
about. Very obscure
Like,
reference.
what? Like,
Jeez, that was very niche.
That's
sorry.
incredibly.
I thought you guys like college football.
Jesus.
Now, saying yes, of the widespread power outages in Mississippi. Thank God they're fixed. I guess.
I don't
No,
know.
Mississippi.
There wasn't a lot of great games this week.
Oklahoma Auburn was fun and stupid.
Yeah, it was stupid. I mean,
Like,
here's the thing with Hugh Freeze, like, why throw the ball in that situation? You run the ball twice and you win the game.
it was
Yeah.
the Josh Heupel Oklahoma strategy was there, but he didn't feel comfortable with what was it, 21-17,
Jesus.
4 minutes left.
And that was one of the worst throws. I mean, he just lobbed it in the middle of 3 Oklahoma defenders. I didn't even see an Auburn wide receiver anywhere.
Oh, they did the simulated pressure, and then all the linebackers came back, and Thorne, who had been pretty great through the day, and then just
So bad.
no, it was. I hate it for Auburn people, but man, I'm so glad that Oklahoma won that game.
Yeah.
Like
I
we
don't know.
need that
I was kind of hoping for an 0-2 SEC start.
on a personal level, yes.
After I had to sit through that 2008 Auburn-Tennessee game, like, no, don't ever want to see anybody win there.
Is that the worst game you've ever attended live? I think it's mine.
No, I think that Wyoming game.
Okay, yeah.
Chris, it was worse than the Kentucky loss.
It wasn't as humiliating, so maybe that one. But it was just the worst football game I've ever watched in my life.
Auburn? Yeah, that
Auburn, Tennessee, 2008 was. We could not get the ball.
Neither
to the-
team, like, it was brutal.
Just played it on one end the whole game.
Yeah.
How we scored 12.
What else we got from week 5?
Pens. Are we staying in conference?
No.
Do whatever, Chris.
Oh yeah, I guess Texas.
Did any of you watch Burt give his most valiant effort against
I watched
Jimmy
it off and
Frank?
on.
Yeah, that was an off and on because, well, that game was close in the period that it looked like the other game we're going to talk about looked like a total
Yeah.
blowout. Should we just go
Yeah.
on to that one?
Yeah. Yep. That's right, folks. Arizona took down Utah 23-10.
Amazing.
Classic Matt.
Utah couldn't complete a pass.
All right, let's get to business. LSU takes down South Alabama. Incredible.
Much better Jaguar squad than most people thought.
All right. Georgia, Bama. Oh, man. I'm kind of mad about this one.
Mad? Why?
Say more.
Because I wanted a Georgia comeback, and then I was like, they're not
You
coming
got
back.
a Georgia comeback.
I know, but I was like, I'm going to bed because Georgia's not going to come back. And then they come back, and then they lose like the way they did. Like, come on, you idiots.
In the end, I think it was a fine result for us.
Fun.
Yeah.
Although, for me personally, it's that the any hope of having a somewhat down Alabama is.
Yeah,
I just don't
I mean,
know what to
obviously
make
they
of
looked
either
great.
of them.
that's what I think. I'm like, Bama might be a little better than we thought, but also they have weaknesses that hopefully we can exploit. But I don't.
Yeah,
Neither
this
one of them
isn't-
looked. Neither one of them looked unbeatable to me. Like they both looked good, but I don't think either one of them looked unbeatable.
Yeah, this isn't the Nick Saban Bama where you have
Mm,
5 stars, 3 deep at every position.
Yeah, I would say both defenses looked a little like not normal Bama Georgia defenses. Like missing tackles and taking weird angles and
yes.
I mean, I think against either of these teams, I think that our defensive line just automatically gives us a chance. I think they're that good.
I mean, I'm not saying we're necessarily better than either one of them. I just think
No.
in years past, you could look at these teams and be like, "Oh yeah, there is no way we're going to even play with those guys."
That's,
I mean, that's a ways that we come. Like a couple weeks ago, we were like, okay, probably no chance against Georgia. Then they go to Kentucky, like, okay, maybe chance against Georgia. Alabama does their thing against South Florida, okay, maybe. And now it's like, well, maybe Georgia, maybe Bama, but I don't know. I mean, they've both shown that we can't beat them, and I don't know. I'm excited for it.
does your gut tell you that Alabama is going to play that well again the rest of the season?
no. That was my I don't think they're starting. If they don't start 28-0, they lose that game. And I don't think they're going
I think they very seriously went to a ball control, take the foot off the gas.
Oh.
They thought that they had it in the bag at what 33-7 at halftime. What was it at halftime?
It's a lot to a little.
I mean, the point is though they did start out 28. I remember one of our very first episodes, Kyle saying, "Well, we weren't going to beat Arizona in basketball if we didn't play so good in the first half." I just remember feeling like, well, but we did play so good, so
That's a good callback.
That's gracious.
That's rankled your ass for 4 years.
And I'm still right.
I will say about Alabama, Ryan Williams, that guy is incredible.
I would say I like not that he wasn't having amazing games anyway, but he's not having a surprise coming out party again. Like you just know.
you're not going to have
Well,
a
I just
coming
know that
out
you
party,
just know
but
that you just have to like really key on that dude.
He's
So-
really good.
This is not the best comparison, but like when I first saw him running with the ball in the field, he reminded me so much of Cordero Patterson, just the way he could like stop and change direction so violently.
Yeah.
Like they're different players, obviously, but
Yeah,
He's like a
Like, I
leaner
I don't think you can
Cordero,
really
yeah.
game plan for that.
that's
I don't know that I
That
ever
game-winning
slow-
touchdown he had, like, I don't know if I've seen better plays from a wide receiver than that. Like, that was
yeah.
incredible.
That slow mo spin move he did was where he like floated in the air was ridiculous.
It was a pirouette. It's like he's had ballet training. It was
Well, yeah, I think
unbelievable.
the underrated part of that play was the actual catch. Like it was
Yeah.
an
I mean,
incredible catch too.
Bobble. But then, like, there's so many elements there with, yes, the catch, then the pirouette, then he just burned those guys.
And he takes out his
Three
mouthpiece at the
defenders.
10-yard line. As 2 guys are closing in on him, he's taking out his mouthpiece at the 10-yard line.
Boom.
It was silly. I mean,
Now, the only thing I could say
Scared.
is he hasn't had to play McCoy
Jermont
yet.
McCoy. I was about to say, wait till you meet him over the middle, Ryan. Don't care how old you are, brother.
Rod Wilkes got any eligibility left?
Ooh. I wish.
Please do. Mm. Yeah, no. He's phenomenal. He'll.
Yeah,
Jalen
I
Milroe?
just think you triple cover him, and then you just like put 2 spies on Milrow. So if he gets out of the pocket, and then you're just like, hey, somebody else beat us.
Yeah, you're like, hey, other 6 guys, why don't you go up against these 9 right here and see what you can do?
Yeah. I much rather. I like those odds better than just letting him play straight up.
I have 2 questions. The first, of the 2 teams, which do you think is more gettable at this point?
Georgia.
On a neutral field, I would say Georgia.
For our games.
Okay. I honestly think both are equally as gettable.
That's the
But
way
they're
I kind of
both-
feel.
Yeah.
Like, neither one really stands out to me. Like, oh, yeah, it was just, like
The
I
thing
said,
that-
I think our defensive line gives us an equal chance no matter what. Like,
The thing I don't know how to evaluate Bama is like it felt like their guys were like wide open the entire first half. Now, I know that was a common criticism of us a couple years ago, but like
damn gimmick offenses.
Like,
was that because DeBoer is a genius or because Georgia
Obviously.
just did not know what the crap to do? Like
Oh, it's Nick Sheridan, former Butch QB coach.
Did you see Garantano tweet about he was like one of the reasons why he came to Tennessee and stuff?
Yeah, I noticed that he's been very pro Vol Twitter now.
good.
I always
I don't-
read the comments on him.
Yeah.
We love
I'm fine with it,
VFLs. My other question, just thinking down the road, when I say Carson Beck,
Oh, they're gonna say Newman.
what do you think?
Like
What do you?
I think of that Snapchat.
What? Oh, yeah.
I can't. This guy is a clown. He looks like a pencil. He looks like a dick with ears out there. Like, this guy is just.
I think
He is the biggest idiot.
the funniest thing I read was like with the 4th pick in the 2025 NFL draft, the Tennessee Titans select Carson Beck. It's encapsulated how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of fear, then you
Had to
say.
find-
I mean, he's like one of those guys who looks like he should be really good, and he's pretty good sometimes, but he's not like he's never going to be like overly impressive to me. I don't think
He's no Matt Stafford. He's not Jake Fromm.
he's not
Oh,
Stetson
wow.
Bennett. Honestly,
Not Stetson Bennett. Well, Stetson Bennett was.
Can we spend the next, 30 minutes just, naming off former college football players? Oh, man. That'd be great.
Yeah.
That is.
No.
We need a whole episode devoted to that.
all right, next bye week. Man.
Hey, man. Eddie Moore, huh? On the likewise,
We'd
what
have-
about Jalen Milroe? Is this guy going to win the Heisman?
If Cam Ward loses a game, maybe.
Or the old Genty guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I
He's-
think that
Yeah,
guy. I think
it
that
should be.
guy's my
It should
pick.
be. It should be the Boise State running back,
Yeah.
but he's not gonna win it.
That's sad. I don't know if they make
He's-
the playoff. You don't think they'll give it to him?
No.
Yeah, I mean that shows where that trophy is now. It's a joke.
I'd say I think that we should establish a firm position of this podcast that the Heisman Trophy is bullshit, and we should not accept it if we ever have a player in it.
Felt that way since
Yeah,
'97,
I think I agree, unless we win it, in which case I will accept it.
or
No.
never winning it.
I hope whoever that quarterback is.
I'm okay with that now.
So
Yeah.
are you saying like if Nico was like the front runner and the favorite to win, you would prefer him saying, "I'm not going to go to New York and just take me out of the running."
Yeah, go win the Davy O'Brien.
I almost
Don't
would
go up
wish
there and get embarrassed. They're just going to embarrass us.
I would almost wish him to go to New York, win it, get up on stage, and say, "No
Yep.
thanks."
Yeah,
Yep.
This board has
that'll
been
be
a joke.
great for recruiting in the coming years.
So I'm following my coach to Oklahoma. Give it to me
I,
there.
I mean, I understand being mad about it in the past. I'm mad too, but like, look at like Alabama didn't win one for freaking ever, and now they've won however many, and it's worked out pretty well for them.
I would suggest that other things have worked out much better and were the cause.
Yeah, what do you mean it worked out? You know how hard it is for an Alabama fan to choose an NFL team? You got to root for all
Here's the
of them.
thing: if any Tennessee, if Nico or a future Tennessee player gets invited to New York City as a Heisman finalist, we're in the semifinal or we're in the championship game.
Okay.
It's a symptom of something larger. Yes, I would probably.
So I'm
agree.
okay with the Heisman Trophy.
If we have a Heisman finalist, are we going to New York doing a remote?
Yeah, I'll make the trip.
Okay. Cool.
First, the quarterback club. No, who gives?
I
a
just-
shit? Don't care.
Nico should accept it and say that this one's for Peyton, and just be done with it.
And Johnny Majors.
And Johnny Majors and Keith
And-
Schuler.
Schuler,
Heath, huh?
Paul
Maybe
Hornig.
Schuler. Huh?
Is Paul Hornig still alive? Guy who beat Johnny.
Surely not.
Only guy.
Oh,
And Eric Berry. This one's for Eric Berry. Should have won Heisman.
no, he
Really?
passed away in November of 2020.
Johnny beat his ass.
When did Johnny
Good.
pass away? Was it really that long ago?
A couple years ago.
22 or so. Was it before?
Really?
Yeah.
I just remember going on his little estate sale trying to see if I wanted to buy any of Johnny's stuff.
Y'all remember
That's-
that Peyton
Ugh.
Charles Woodson one? That
Nope, I don't remember it.
Peyton Heisman? No, I don't know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
I remember. Like, do you have any memories of watching it?
Absolutely.
I remember I had a little football that I was just throwing around. I was so excited. It's Peyton Manning is gonna win, and Charles Woodson won, and I cried. Oh my God, I cried so bad. It was so sad. All right,
Sorry to hear that.
thank you.
I very much remember that. It was just watching it, and I just turned the TV off, and then a succession of being around Knoxville saying, "You can keep your fucking Heisman shirts." Love that. Hope there's still a few around.
Hey, speaking of doing a remote in New York City, you guys are going to come up for the basketballs in December 10th in Madison Square Garden.
Oh, who the Lady Vols play?
Well, the Lady Vols are up there 3 days before, too.
No, I'm not going to that.
I really hope the Lady Vols do something this year.
Is the coach having her baby mid-seat? When's she having her
Oh,
baby?
Jesus,
I don't want to talk about
yeah,
it.
let's not even think about it.
Don't get me started.
Sore subject around here. The answer to that, Kyle, is possibly.
I think they said
very much
winter 2025, which
I can
we
get
were
tickets.
initially
by the way,
confused
so
about.
I won't.
How much?
Excellent.
I don't know how much they are. I just got the email saying
Oh,
if you go to
Women's
New York, you can
basketball?
buy tickets.
oh! I thought you meant women's basketball season tickets.
Well, I can get those too, Matt.
Well, I'm in. Let's go. Let's go, brother.
Jesus.
Wait, who the Vols playing up there?
The Jim Larrañaga Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that might be why I get a little basketball game and a little football game a couple weeks later.
Yes.
That's true.
The coinciding of basketball and football, it's still a very difficult time for me. It's nearly impossible to get into basketball.
It is kind of
Enjoy
weird to think. Well, it's kind of weird to think that we have the good possibility now to be playing on like December 20th football.
Oh my God. Give me Christmas Day college football. That's oh man. Well, I guess we kind of already have it right with like one or two bowl games.
I don't think so. They used to do the
I thought
Hawaii
that was like,
Bowl.
yeah, one terrible like Bahamas Bowl or
I
something
think they
stupid.
might have ceded Christmas to the stupid NBA at this point.
Yeah, I think the NBA like
God.
owns Christmas Day, but that's on like a Wednesday too,
Wasn't there an NFL game as well, or is that just Thanksgiving?
and it's just Thanksgiving.
Oh. Guys, what am I going to do with my fantasy team this year?
Oh my gosh.
What do you mean? Oh my gosh. Lost to Kyle, lost to Caleb, about to lose to Chris. What am I going to do?
Did get my quarterback.
Who, Justin Fields?
Sorry, Matt. Not Justin Fields. I needed him bad.
I need him more. I'll work out a trade after this.
Nice.
Okay. We'll talk.
Anything else about Bama, Georgia?
It was in no way the best football game ever played, like too many people were
Yeah,
saying.
that stuff's stupid.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
I hate
Maybe
college
the best
football
football game
period.
involving Alabama in the last 3 years.
Not even top two.
All right, so we're looking ahead to this week. What else we got? Missouri, Texas A&M.
We got some fun ones. Real potential for chaos.
Iowa, Ohio State.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, you agree?
You owe, but
No.
this is not your old Brian Ferentz offensive coordinator, Iowa. This is someone else.
Ohio
They're
State
scoring-
pisses me. Who have they played? Akron. I don't even know what in the hell that team's logo is. Marshall and Michigan State.
Marshall
Who's
had
that?
a beat
Western
on him.
Michigan? Yeah, what? Like, come on. They play Iowa, Oregon, Nebraska, Penn State. Okay. Nobody.
It gets a little better.
Oh, they play Chris's 11 Indiana.
That's going to be a barn burner, but it's typically one that Ohio State just. That's the one win in the 11 win, or one loss in the 11 Indiana schedule.
Is that what's going to eventually end up leading to like the super conference? Is, oh my God, Ohio State's in the playoff every year, and they play Northwestern, Michigan State, and Indiana, while we're playing Texas, Oklahoma, and A&M. You know, is that what's going to
There
be?
have been rumblings this week of the future of college football.
Did you see Greg Sankey's statement today about that?
No.
It's something like they trying to be us, but they can't be us, or something. So
More and more, I'm liking Greg. Took a set against Mike Slive, but more and more liking Greg. Mostly because he was real good with us during the World Series run.
had our first fall baseball scrimmage.
Oh, how'd we do?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't access 247 Sports to read the summaries, so
There's others, and I
Sign
was
up
rather
for
disappointed.
it, man. Business
Yeah.
expense.
Give us a link.
maybe if someone will
And-
sponsor the pod, we could afford that.
Yeah. The podcast will pay for it.
Well, hell, you're all ducked out in Buddy's gear when she.
I'll keep trying to get them to sponsor us. So we're gonna smoke the hogs this weekend, Matt.
Ooh, I was wondering. I was
Oh.
wondering what that was. Well, maybe. I don't know.
You should have said slaughter.
Well, I don't think Buddy slaughters. I think they only smoke, Kyle.
I don't think they do the hogs on site, Kyle, but I may be wrong about
God,
that.
I want some buddies now. What are the best buddy sides? Baked beans, hush puppies. They got mayonnaise or mustard potato salad, Caleb. You know this.
You should know this, Matt.
Mustard. It's got to be mustard.
Jesus.
Jesus. Do they have barbecue in New York, Kyle?
It
I
was
will say
invented there,
this:
Matt.
like, the only thing that New York City does not do better than the South is barbecue. Everything else is better in New York.
I'm trying to think of something else.
Not quibbling
College
with that.
football. Come on, Kyle.
I'm talking about food wise.
No.
Like
Food-wise.
they have a couple barbecue spots up here, but they're just not good at all.
Like corn dogs.
Korean corn dogs.
Hey,
are
we
great.
could expand. Good old Rocky Hog. We could open up our barbecue joint up there. Right.
What a ball.
Okay, what are the games? These
Alabama,
Big Ten
Kansas.
matchups: USC, Minnesota. Good Lord, Michigan,
Go off,
Washington,
Matt.
Miami,
This is garbage.
California. Oh
Heard
my
that's
God.
woke,
Yeah, I
woke
heard-
versus Coke.
Oh my
very, very-
God. Oh, that's great. I mean, it's just so
Thank-
weird. Okay.
Pitt is going to put the nail in poor Mac Brown's coffin. Final nail, I think.
Chris, you want to give us a Matt Grant?
No,
Okay, no.
No.
Okay.
no. Okay.
Florida State have
Pittsburgh
anything for
is-
Clemson this week?
Good team.
No.
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 UCF at Florida. That'd be a
Clem-
cute little game.
Oh.
Gustavo's lost, I think.
Yeah, I feel like
It's favored.
UCF's been bleh. Didn't they beat
It's
Colorado
favored.
last week?
Yeah,
Or Colorado
no.
beat them.
Smoke them.
Michigan State.
I just wish we had a tougher game next week going into Bama.
Who do we play next week?
Florida.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Talk-
damn! I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're not at all worried about Florida.
I'll tell you what,
again.
I'm excited
Not-
about. Let's go back to Arkansas. I'm listening to this game on the radio.
Say
Why?
more, Matt.
Are you going to listen to Bob or Juan Ward?
Bob. I mean,
Tennessee's! That's great.
You should listen to the Spanish broadcast.
that's what he's talking about. I don't know.
Completely
Listen to the
with
pod,
Caleb
Kyle.
Warren.
Yeah,
I know.
going out in the bush this weekend.
Well, you go hunting or
Well, no. If anything gets in my way, I'll hunt it down. Yeah, Frozen Head State Park. I'm excited. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be great. Under the stars, listening to Bob and Pat. Hopefully,
what
get
food
a
you going to have
W.
in that?
We haven't worked out the menu yet, but probably gonna take some steaks for night one and see where we go from there. Got my little stove. Excited for it.
Got your bug spray?
No, I ain't too worried about it.
Bad.
Mosquitoes don't
That's-
like me. I'm all right.
What about ticks?
I ain't worried about them.
You got sunscreen or suntan lotion?
I ain't worried about it. You know what I'm worried about? Getting this W in Fayetteville, brothers.
Well, then you got nothing to worry about.
There you go. There you go. And hogs. I'm kind of worried about some feral hogs out there.
Jeez,
Okay, we gotta wrap this thing up. What are we doing?
Wear your big dense coat, Matt. You'll be all right.
I don't like to be warm.
Here.
I'll take lots of pictures and videos. And
I haven't listened to Bob and Pat in a long time. I would like a full analysis of their.
God, I'm so excited for it. Like, man.
Yes.
you can do that full analysis offline, not on the podcast.
No, I want to hear it.
Mm.
I want to hear it. I want to tell people about it. Touchdown, Tennessee! Wow!
What a throw, Bob. I know, Pat.
Okay, we can do it on the podcast.
Yes.
Navy Air Force this week. That's good. Oh, did we talk about Navy Army? 4-0, first time since 1945.
Can we talk about? I do not know if this is true or not, but I heard this that there are 4 teams in college football that do not have transfer portal players on their team. Army, Navy, Air
How about-
Force, and Clemson.
Huh. It's interesting. Makes
And they're
sense.
all well, except I don't know how good Air Force is, but most of them are doing well.
Air
Maybe
Force
that's
is
the
1 and
secret.
3.
They're not.
Okay.
They're really bad.
They're the chair force this year.
And
Could you imagine like a wide receiver from like Georgia trying to like transfer into Army?
I don't think they could pass the background check, Kyle.
The driving history would.
There is so much bulletin board material we've made today, boys. This is.
I'm going to propose this right now. December 14th, 3 o'clock. Are we going to Army Navy this year?
No.
Is it in Philly?
I don't know. It's in Landover, Maryland.
Oh, okay.
Did
That
Is that?
I'm pretty sure I've said this on the pod before, but that is the best sporting event in the world. I love Army Navy.
and you're lying. That's just a
I'm
bold-faced
not
lie.
lying. Like, I love that game.
Gee, why?
Matt, I'll tell you right now, if you want to go, if you decide you're going to go, I'll find a way
A
to
couple
go.
weeks before my birthday, be an early present. Oh man,
We got
Chris,
a bunch
me
of
and you would
Marines
be
in
the
my
only ones
family.
that appreciate it. So let's plan
I
on
would
that.
No, I
Yeah.
know. I'd have my gun and just.
Those other
I'd
two
be
clowns like, oh my god, you see Jacksonville State score that touchdown?
If Army Navy was happening across the street, I wouldn't go.
Come on, Kyle.
That's fine.
That's a lie. They're both
Be
good.
patriotic.
That's true. I did go to Miami, Virginia Tech last year.
Oh my god,
I forgot.
why?
It was a Yankee Stadium and I had free tickets.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, closing thoughts. Vols. Go Vols.
Okay, friends.
Beat
We're
the
gonna be okay.
Hogs. Who wants?
Let's slaughter.
Somebody give us a big Woo Pig Suey. Somebody call the Hogs. You don't know it?
You want to do it? I'll do it with you.
Oh, I don't know. You do it.
You don't know? You don't
I couldn't call Suey. It's Hogs had me.
Ooh, pig, suey. Do it 3 times, and then the last one they go, Ooh, pig, suey, Razorbacks. That's it.